A lump of granite.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think granite's a bit radioactive.
Yeah, okay.
Radioactive.
You think that is? Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
is it not? No.
Some salt?
Obviously not.
All right, no.
Okay, not? No, salt's not. Antique glass bowl.
No.
Say yes. What do you
No?
think? What do you think?
What do you think?
No.
No. How about the smoke alarm?
Probably no again.
No,
I've got a suspicion it is, but I don't know why.
that's probably radioactive.
You think that one is... Brilliant, okay. Well, thank you very much. Interesting, so you've got some of those things right, some not. And I can show you, here I've got what's called a Geiger Counter. This basically measures what's called ionizing radiation, high energy radiation, okay? First of all, this basically isn't radioactive. Lots of people think that the luminous paint on the clock makes it radioactive. And it used to be the case, like in the 1940s and 50s, they used something called radium to paint it with. But nowadays, they don't use that. So that goes right down there. And the Brazil nuts, this is a really interesting one. You sometimes hear it said that Brazil nuts are radioactive. And that's because the tree has quite a big root network, and it takes up minerals from the soil. And the ones from Brazil, they are often more radioactive because Brazil happens to have a little bit more uranium than normal in the ground. But these aren't from Brazil. so they're not. And I can show you, you can see that it's sort of between 1 or 2 per second. But it's not the uranium, actually, in this case. It's because all living things, like you and me and plants and everything, contain potassium. And potassium, naturally, has a very small amount of radioactivity, okay? So next, this salt here, well, this is low sodium salt, and they replace some of the sodium with potassium in that low salt. And so this, it's somewhere between 5 and 10 counts per second, yeah? Now, how about the other stuff? Well, this bowl here, this is made out of uranium glass. This is glass with uranium in it. It's not got very much uranium. It's not got much uranium in, but watch. Yeah? So next up is the smoke detector. Inside a smoke detector is a little pellet of something called americium. It's an element, and it's quite radioactive. Between 200 and 500 counts per second of that. But it's giving out a type of radiation that doesn't even go through sheets of paper. And that's why you can have it in your house, it's fine. And last of all, at the top of the table, the granite. Lots of people think that's radioactive. And you're right. In fact, it's got uranium in, 500 counts a second or something. You get lots of this in the UK, in Cornwall and places like that.
Yeah, that's where I live.
Yeah. I've got another little treat for you. I'm down here. I've got a tub of nuclear waste.
I love that you're telling us this now that it's been sitting there.
Where do you think the stuff inside this would lie on this scale?
I reckon it's going to be over there.
Way over there. I think it's way over here, yeah? Actually, it goes somewhere about here. It's slightly more radioactive than low sodium salt. I'll come clean, actually, that this doesn't actually have radioactive waste in. I wasn't allowed to bring it out. I've just got a photo of myself with the real stuff there. And you can see, look, it's about 10 counts per second. It's just a little bit more than the salt. And that's about typical for low-level nuclear waste, which is what this is. But you're right, that if it was high-level radioactive waste, like spent fuel rods from inside a reactor, then it'd be maybe over a million counts. So, like, way over there, way off the scale.